Hi, happy 14th day of December. I want to talk to you today about just some ornaments. I just want to share some of my favorite ornaments that I have on my tree and what they represent for me. So every ornament I have on my tree has some kind of significance to me. There's nothing that I put on my tree that isn't in some way special to me. But some of the things that I put on my tree every year are a little more special than others. This cute little guy, I don't have a hook in his head or anything. I just sit him on a branch every year, and he is made by my friend Kristen. Kristen and I have been friends since college, and we have not seen each other in many, many years, decades probably, but we are in daily communication with each other, and we crack each other up. We get each other's humor. She's the kind of friend who I can just send a meme or a statement or a weird experience that happened to me in a day. She asks no questions. She's just there, right? She's just in the moment and is there. And I just so appreciate her in my life. She is amazing. And one year we decided we were going to do an Advent book exchange. So we spent the whole year gathering books for each other so that we could have, I believe, 25 books to open one day at a time in the month of December leading up to Christmas. I sent her wrapped Advent book calendar. She sent me mine. One of the goals was that we couldn't purchase the books. There was they had to be free books that we found somewhere. So that was super fun all year long to be gathering those books, to wrap them, to send them, and then to get a bunch of books from her. That was a fun and I think it took us 2 years to actually pull it off. But really, really wonderful experience. And in that box, she had also made this beautiful little guy for me. And so he sits on my tree every year now. Then I have this star. This is a Kashmiri star, and these are stars. I have many of these. I picked them up when I lived in India, and I have a lot of them. I actually don't usually, I keep these out all year long and I have them hanging on something else, but I usually put one on my tree as well. So there's more over there where I'm looking, but this one I pulled off of my tree just now. These remind me of my time in India. Christmas at that school was always such a big deal, with so many traditions leading up to the moment of Christmas. And when I pull these out, I think of them. One of the traditions that we always had at that school was at the staff dinner, the staff Christmas celebration. They would give us 2 or 3 bars of Cadbury chocolate, always a fruit and nut, and then I would always hope for a Carmelo, but often I would get a chocolate almond or whatever, and they were the British Cadbury. So when I get Cadbury bars here, because I still do that for Christmas for myself, it's a tradition now, but when I get them here, the American Cadbury bars do not taste as good as the British Cadbury bars, and so these stars remind me of my years of Christmas in India and at that school, and all of the traditions, the carol services, and all of those great things that happened there. How cold it was, how I finally learned what it smelled like to have chestnuts cooking on an open fire. I mean, I really know now. Or corn cobs, and how warm it felt to be near one of those outdoor cylinder coal, coal's not great for the environment, but coal heating stoves kind of on the side of the road, and how cold you are and how warm that is, and how the scent of it just fills the entire area. It's just an amazing experience. I have this is my ornament from my time in England. I was not there for Christmas, but I did grab one of these. In Edinburgh, there was a whole Christmas shop in the middle of August, and this I got from my UK trip, but I say London because it reminds me more of London, but it could have been anywhere in the UK, I'm sure. This is my Marie Antoinette, which I got at Versailles. I think she used to have a little sachet of something Christmassy smelling in her dress, but she no longer does. But this is my Marie Antoinette, and I have her from my trip to France, and I did get that at Versailles. I actually also got a little keychain, which is a potpourri triangle. It's quite large and squishy, but it is full of the sachet, the exact recipe of sachet that was packed away with all of her clothes in her trunks and drawers and closets. And it still smells like Versailles. It smells like Marie Antoinette. My keychain smells like Marie Antoinette. And I love that. I absolutely love that. This is my manatee. He has broken over the years, but this reminds me of my Christmases in Florida. So there's my little Christmas manatee, and he is a favorite of mine. And then I have, Lila's trying to move in here. I have my Noel wood burn here. My friend Melissa made this for me when we were co-teachers. We worked together for years and we are friends. And then I moved out of state and I came back for my sister's wedding, and she was like, I want to give you a Christmas gift. I'm going to give you an ornament to put on your tree. What word do you want? And I said Noel. And then she also put this on the back. So this always reminds me of my friend Melissa, who I now can see all the time because we live in the same state again. But we never see each other. This says, for Jenna, thank you for being my teacher from Monty, 2007 to 2008. So this is one of the few ornaments I have left of the many, 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 many hundreds of ornaments I was given as a preschool and kindergarten teacher. This is one I have left. I've got several on my tree, but this was the one that was easiest to pull. This is a little birdhouse, lighthouse thing that was painted by Monty, and I do remember Monty. He was a very tall child, and I think it's a birdhouse. I always think of it as a lighthouse, but I'm pretty sure it's a birdhouse. And yeah, and I still have, I don't know where Monty is today, but that's how he used to sign his name back in 2007. And then finally, I have this. These are 3 people all bundled up and ready to head out into the cold, maybe to go caroling or Christmas tree buying or something. And this is a salto ornament, which I made myself. And this is significant for me because this was so I grew up with my mom making salto ornaments. We made them every year, and there are many, many salto ornaments that she and I have made that go on their tree, some that go on mine. But this is one that I made in commemoration of my first Christmas back when I moved back from India for good, and how I had 2 of my former students who were going to college in the States come and stay with me for that Christmas. So this is us. This is Sonia and Kumiko and me in our Portland winter gear, ready to have a Christmas in the States together. Not as a teacher and 2 students living on a hill in India, but as friends in another country, my own country, and them not quite feeling at home in this country. And it was a wonderful time, a special time that was 20-ish years ago, but I still have this very special salto ornament that I made to commemorate that. And it goes on the top of my tree every year. Not on the top. On the top I have a star, but under the star, it goes up there. Do you have any special ornaments? Does your tree, do you go for what the tree looks like? Like, do you go for a particular aesthetic, or is it like a holder of memories and special things for you? I definitely consider Christmas to be a very nostalgic time, and I tend to err on the side of, oh, that reminds me of, as opposed to, oh, that looks really. So these are just some of my memories and special ornaments and special things and how I like to do Christmas. Let me know how you like to do Christmas. And in the meantime, until I see you tomorrow, let's go read.